Imagine this. You're a teaching pro from Bolton. No PGA Tour wins. No majors. No TV contract. Then everything flips. A new driver launches and thousands of golfers wait to hear what you think before they buy it. Someone types "how to fix my slice" into YouTube and your face is the one that pops up. Kids in India, Ireland, everywhere, they don't learn golf from TV commentators or country club coaches. They learn it from you, through their phone. That's Rick Shiels, a British PGA pro who started filming lessons just to get more students and ended up with millions of subscribers, close to 1 billion views, and enough influence that tours and brands have to watch what he uploads next. So how did a local range pro become the guy some fans find more relevant than players winning on tour? And what did he have to break in the old golf world to get there? Let's find out. On paper, Rick Shiels is simple. Born in Bolton, England in 1986, he picks up golf at age 11, goes through a golf studies diploma, and qualifies as a PGA professional. Starts work at Mere Golf and Country Club, then Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester. It's the standard pathway. Become a teaching pro. Spend long hours on the range and slowly build up a list of students. But here's the twist. In 2011, standing on that Trafford range, he realizes something. Almost every student he has drives in from a 10-mile radius around Manchester. His entire world is local. At the same time, he's a YouTube addict, watching videos after late shifts. And he thinks, hang on, what if I tried this? So he launches a YouTube channel, not to become a creator, not to go viral, just to get more people to book lessons. Fast forward. That little side project becomes the biggest golf channel on YouTube by 2019, passing every other golf creator. Today, that channel has over 3 million subscribers and close to 1 billion views, a staff, sponsors, a top-charting podcast, and a multi-year deal with LIV Golf. So the real question isn't, who is Rick Shiels? It's, what happens to golf when a YouTube coach has more daily influence over how people learn and what they buy than most of the sport's traditional game runners? From day one, the content looked different to what's on TV. No polished studio, no slow-motion montage, just how to stop slicing, how to strike your irons better, should you actually buy this driver? All aimed at the normal golfer, not a tour pro. The tone is simple and friendly. He doesn't talk down. He doesn't pretend every swing is perfect. He laughs at his own bad shots. For people watching on their phone after work, he doesn't feel like a commentator. He feels like the mate you'd happily book a lesson with. So while traditional golf media was arguing over TV rights and aging audiences, Rick was staring at a totally different set of numbers. Impressions, click-through rate, audience retention. He uploaded relentlessly. Over 2,000 videos in just over a decade. He experimented with formats, from brutally honest club reviews that actually answer, should I spend money on this? To Break X-style challenges where every hole is a mini-story, and collabs with other creators and celebrities that feel like a mate's day out, not a corporate promo. While most of golf was still pushing highlights to cable, Rick was optimizing thumbnails and tweaking titles. And here's the thing. He wasn't just making more content. He was making content that the algorithm loved. Short, clear promises in the title, immediate payoffs in the first 30 seconds. Emotional stakes even in a simple, "Can I break 75?" round. And because he was early in the YouTube golf scene, he owned that lane before anyone else had figured it out. By the time other golf channels woke up, Rick had already built a library that dominated search results. The result of this? If you're new to golf in the 2010 and 2020, there's a good chance you literally learn the game through his voice. He's in the headphones of millions of amateurs around the world every week. He's the guy you check before dropping 500 pounds on a new driver. He's the second opinion you look for after watching a tour pro tip on TV. That's not just reach, that's leverage. And that's where the power shift really shows up. Purchase decisions and swing decisions. If you're new to golf in the 2010 and 2020, there's a good chance you literally learn the game through his voice. Ignoring the person who controls that many eyeballs is just not an option anymore. That's why the industry that once ignored him is now designing marketing plans around him. Look at what's happened over the last few years. He's partnered with major brands like Nike, Garmin, MasterCard, Lyle and Scott, and Echo over the years for mini-series and apparel or footwear deals, not as a background pro, but as the face of campaigns. He helped host the first YouTube Golf Day in 2019, pulling together 40-plus creators with a combined following in the tens of millions and raising around £15,000 for Prostate Cancer UK. In 2022, he walked 150 miles across Scotland ahead of the 150th Open, raising more than £120,000 for the same charity, and the PGA described him as the most watched golf YouTuber. And then comes the big move. In early 2025, LIV Golf signed Rick as an official ambassador and content creator, their first major investment in a full-time YouTube golfer. His job isn't to play, it's to make content at every LIV event, breaking 75 at different venues, 10-shot challenges, scrambles, and matches with stars like Jon Rahm and Brooks Koepka. Think about that. A breakaway billion-dollar tour looked at the fragmented media landscape and decided, we need this creator on board to reach fans. The local pro who once used YouTube to get clients has become the guy global tours use to get viewers. But here's the key. None of this works if people don't trust him. Part of Rick's appeal is technical. He's a PGA pro who can actually play well. But a bigger part is personality. Profiles and interviews consistently point out that he keeps things simple, avoids jargon, and is happy to show his own bad shots. He doesn't pretend to be a perfect ball-striking robot. Equipment reviews feel like conversations, not commercials. When he thinks a club is overhyped, he says it. When something really is a game changer, he explains why in plain English, instead of just reading off a spec sheet. Then there's the podcast, the Rick Shiels Golf Show, weekly episodes where he and co-host Guy Charnock talk golf, react to news, and bring on guests. That long-form context deepens the "I know this guy" feeling. All of that adds up to something most pros and commentators never really build: parasocial trust. Millions of golfers feel like Rick is the honest mate on the range who'll tell them what's worth their time and money. And in 2025, that kind of trust is a different level of power. So where does that leave golf's old power structure? If you think about it, when the PGA Tour sets up a creator council and LIV organizes YouTube-driven events, they're essentially admitting the center of gravity has shifted. The future of golf fandom is being built with cameras on carts and mics clipped to polos, not just in truck-filled TV compounds. Even culturally, writers and execs keep coming back to the same idea. YouTube golf is now a parallel tour that, in some demographics, rivals traditional tournaments for attention, and Rick is one of the godfathers of that space. He didn't just ride a wave. He helped prove there was a wave. He helped prove there was a wave.